How you doing?
I did immediately.
Hey, everybody.
Are we live? What's going
We
on
are
here?
live.
I don't think I got the memo.
I hope you guys like the new intro. We just saw for the first time as well. That was a Drew.
We had some congratulatory things we said, and then we had a
I
comment.
thought it was great. Love the guitar riff.
Yeah.
Happy Thursday, gents.
man.
And happy Thursday to all of you. We started a few minutes early, so we may be missing a couple people because everybody's on the pre-show Zoom call right now.
But our camera
We
was.
had camera issues up until now, and we had 5 minutes left. We couldn't do it. We're like, let's just hit it. Finally got
Let's do it.
Hopefully, it looks okay.
Well, the median's here already, so
It's a little choppy, but hopefully it looks okay.
Stephen Rogers, Tripper Henry, everybody,
Everybody's
Chad,
drinking Lagavulin tonight. Matt,
Yeah.
No, Chad's doing boot hopping. What?
All right, well, that's fair.
This is going to be a great night because people, even Bud Matthews, is like, finally. I mean, well,
But
of course
is he here? Is Bud here
Bud
yet?
Matthews.
I don't know.
he will
He
be.
will be.
What does that guy know about Lagavulin?
Yeah.
Let's scroll up and say hey to everybody.
All
I
right.
see Zach and Chad, Blocklinger, Chuck, Walt Minion,
Trooper.
Paul M. Trooper.
Paul
Second's
M.
better.
Sipping on some Aaron 10.
Aaron 10.
Nice.
Everybody likes that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
IC86, Johnny Walker Green Label. That was
That's a
that's the
good
most
one.
popular
Yep.
one that we just took a look at.
Yeah.
Bob Green, Glenn Grant 18. I love
Oh.
Glenn
We were just
Grant.
talking about Glenn
Just
Grant
checking
earlier.
out. We
Grant
were.
Guard,
We
heck
got a
yeah.
line
It's a
on
great
a couple of old
distillery.
16s that we might pick up.
Probably
Decent
need
20s
to.
on the way, my
That's
friend.
delicious.
Bob H. and Everwind. I hope you got my message about you coming to Indiana for our shindig. If not, I'll talk to you offline about it. Zach Andrews. Look at
Mash and drum.
that.
What is up?
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah.
He's never going to
You know
believe
what
it,
it
but I
was?
was wearing his shirt today.
It was a cool intro. He's like, oh, I hear some
He
cool
did.
intro. I'm coming.
Yeah, he's definitely into that kind of stuff. So, little throwback Mash and Drum shout out to you. I was putting this lineup together, and I went to the patrons on Discord and asked them for some ideas. And I said, man, 6 bottles, maybe that's too much. Do I need to just randomly pick 3 or 4 of them? And they all said, well, no, Jason did like 9 last night. I think they can handle 6.
Speed dramming.
Fine.
So, all right.
Fine.
We're throwing the book at the boys.
It's good to see Zach.
What's
It's
the
been a
worst that
while,
could
so
happen?
I'm glad to see him online tonight. It's been
Yeah.
great.
This is the best topic you've ever had. All right, so obviously people want to talk about the topic. Let me break it down. We're not quite ready because I want to enjoy a little bit of my Glenn Grant 18.
Glenlivet.
Let me
Glenlivet 18.
Let me
Glenlivet.
preface it by saying we've done a lot of live shows, and I can tell you that the shootouts we've had so far are by far some of the most popular ones. The Our Big Shootout was very popular. We did a blind shootout, a sherry bomb shootout. The Lagavulin shootout, I think, will be also. I'm interested, not just from the fact of how successful I think it'll be. I think it's going to be awesome to understand and really dive into the intricacies of these.
So here's the bottles that we've got poured. The glasses behind them are not matched up with the bottles. They're just sitting there just to get them out of the way. We've got the good old-fashioned 16. You can't go wrong with the straight-up Lagavulin 16. We have the 12. It's a 2017 bottling of the Lagavulin 12. We have both Offerman editions, which are 11-year-olds. One is Guinness finish.
Right?
Yep.
The Game of Thrones Lagavulin 9, and then the Lagavulin 8. Sunday Evening Scotch has the answer key, and he's going to be posting it in the chat so you all can see what's in which glass as they go through it. What we're going to do is we're going to line these up, and we're going to do 2 flights of 3. And the winner from each flight's going to pair off, and we're going to have a champ at the end. So
All right. That's a good way to do it.
I think along the way, maybe we can have some fun and see
Some
if
water.
people want to
Lots of water.
eat a slice of
It's
bread.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, donut. We got donuts here.
But maybe we get you guys to take a couple guesses if you're feeling froggy and want to get into that. I don't know if that ruins the shootout, the competition portion of it, but I don't remember what's in what. The stickers are on the bottom, so I could probably partake in this, but I know what's on each side because it's not completely random. I put them together in a way that I thought would be the most fair to each bottle.
Cheater.
So you're going to
So,
try your best not to think too
so
hard.
I'm
We are
obviously-
completely. We have no
We're
idea.
blind. I
I'm
have no idea
gonna
what's in.
smell and taste with you guys just so I can add to what I'm getting out of it. But I'm not gonna. My vote doesn't count, and that makes it easier because then it's 3. There's a winner between each round and not a tie, right?
All right.
It can't be. So, unless you guys all pick one, then
I was gonna say you could have a tie.
then I'll break the tie. But anyway, so the way I've got this broken out is let's move the bottles now that everybody knows what they are. So
Okay.
So wait, you talked through. Okay.
yeah, so Lagavulin 16 is 43% ABV. This Lagavulin 12 is 56.5% ABV. So that's a heavy hitter.
It's a good bottle too.
Yeah, it
The
is.
First Offerman, the non-Guinness version, is 46% ABV.
Same as 16.
No, 16 is 43.
Oh, it's 43.
The Guinness Lagavulin Offerman Guinness version, whatever, is 46 as well. So both Offermans are 46.
Okay.
The Game of Thrones 9 is 46, and then the 8 is different. It's 48. So the 8 is 48. So we've got what, three?
43.
They're all pretty close.
Well,
They are.
Except for the 12.
12.
Right,
12's
12
up there.
sticks out. So what we have here, nobody knows what's in these. The stickers are on the bottom that match the color of the glass. I've got them broke up to do the blue, black, and yellow again in the first flight, and then the clear, green, and red in the second flight, and we'll see who wins on that. So any predictions? Does anybody have any comments, questions, concerns, or thoughts on what they think about these? I know a lot of you guys have at least one of these poured tonight. In the Zoom call, a couple of the patrons had 3 or 4 of these
Ready
bottles
to go.
lined up at home too. So they're going to be going through these with us.
You know what I love about Lagavulin? The fact that they're kind of like entry-level standard offering is the oldest.
I know. It is backwards, right?
It is a little
Right.
bit.
But it's still like, I mean, for a 16-year-old Scotch, it's not really that expensive.
for $100.
You know,
Depending.
Well,
Depending on where you get it.
give or
Yeah.
take, but still for a 16-year-old Scotch,
You're
you're
right.
not touching a Macallan
True.
for anywhere close to
Oh,
that.
that's
nowhere
You know what
near.
I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like, and they do some interesting stuff with their whiskey. So
Well, and we were talking earlier offline about, SMWS. How many Lagavulin do you see coming through, independent bottlers? You don't.
no.
They're hard to come by. They're one of those distilleries that just doesn't let their stuff.
Why
in
would
other
we let
bottles.
you sell it when we're selling it?
Right. Yeah, exactly.
We're good.
Not to say they don't exist, but we actually had to look up the SMWS code.
And
number
it was
for
111.
it's high. Well, what the hell is wrong with that?
They had
I
bottled
I
Brora
thought it was like
and
9.
Imperial
It
first.
should be like number 1.
That is wild.
Is there an order here? Or are we kidding?
No, there's not. So let's just
Oh,
do
It's
the.
like you guys are talking. I want to.
Let's do let's do a quick T-shirt giveaway.
Oh,
yeah.
we still got T-shirts. What do they look like?
So we got these Scotchtober. We got some size large and size medium T-shirts left. We gave away most of them last week. So if you don't need it, if you don't want a size large or medium,
Or if you won last week.
don't enter because we can't ship you an extra large, and I'm not sure if you need an extra large, you don't want a medium size. So it might look
Maybe
like-
you do. I don't
Molly
know.
would look
They're
good
cool
in a
because
medium.
they're Ben from Ben React, so they get Ben React logo on the sleeve, and they're celebrating Scotchtober.
I mean, Scotchtober, it's a thing.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Totally a thing.
So get your raffle, get your entries in for that, and then we'll select a winner and get into the gold,
So,
black, and
these
blue.
two are first?
Yeah, let's get through those.
All right,
and
let's
see
do
what's
this.
Get you
what.
some, Andrew. Are we each going to take one here?
The
No,
pours are hefty.
How do you want us to do this? Like in order, or
It doesn't matter. I want you guys to just go through it. It'd be nice for them to follow along if we're talking about the
All right,
same
well,
glass.
Andrew,
Okay,
you
A
do
little
it.
sourness on the nose.
I put a hefty pour in there, so they should be able to make it through both rounds, and everybody should be able to get enough on the palate.
Smells like Lagavulin. Smell this.
you said it smells like
He said it
Lagavulin.
smells like Lagavulin.
They all smell pretty close.
Are these all from the same distillery?
That's actually sweeter.
This doesn't smell like.
Who made
This doesn't
these?
have the normal Lagavulin smell. It
I
smells a little
agree.
bit more sherry,
I agree.
or not sherry, chocolate maybe.
So now it's a blue. The blue thing is
And this is funky.
That
that
smells
one's bright.
delicious.
He said that smells delicious.
It
This,
does have a vanilla
Yeah,
note to it. All right.
this is like. I don't,
So he's
I don't
going to
know
gold.
what it's
The gold is what?
like. I don't know what to make of that actually.
The nose is a lot lighter. The blue has a much more pronounced nose. to it.
Right.
Yep, I would agree.
Wow, they're actually
This
not
is-
That one doesn't smell that much different. I don't think.
from
that-
that one. They're very
that's-
So
I
the
think
similar.
blue and the
blue-
black.
That's
have a
remarkably
very-
light.
Yeah.
Interesting.
These two are almost exactly the same.
Yeah, this
I
one
think
is
the
lighter.
blue is light. You're telling me gold is lighter than blue?
Oh yeah.
Oh, way.
Does coins matter?
No, they don't. I just put them on there because I poured these like an hour ago.
That one is a little bit okay. So the black has a little bit more than the purple, but they're still very similar.
To me, that one has a more pronounced nose and a little more vanilla.
Smell it again, because I think the black has more now.
No, I still think it's.
You think the black still?
Just
Or-
slightly. Blue is slightly stronger.
So I get a wood and maybe a little bit of a green fruit on the yellow.
Yeah.
This has like a not a cedar, but some kind of
There's a wood,
Wood,
note
it's
to
got
it.
like I get it like a vegetable note,
Huh.
yeah.
like a cooked vegetable note.
Yeah, I think you're right about the vegetable note.
Let me get into this black and see what's going on.
All right, Andrew, you did blue.
Almost like a
Yeah.
Funyun.
I think black smells
Fun,
soft. It's really, is it sweeter?
Whew. So that blue is really flavorful and sweet. It's hot, but oh man, there's like all sorts of layers of flavor.
Oh.
All right, wheelhouse. What's going on in blue?
I had the gold first.
That one tastes like it might be the hotter
The hotter ABV.
of the six.
But so it rolls
Just gonna
in, it
throw that
rolls
out
into
there.
like a corn chip, Fritos saltiness, smokiness, like roasted corn. You know,
it's
roasted
got that
corn, but-
really potent Lagavulin going on when you take that first sip, though.
Oh,
and there's
yes,
some
it
nice
does.
nice sweet notes to
It's
it.
really good.
Wow.
It's delicious.
Damn, peanut butter.
All right.
Woo. Okay, so blue definitely had more of a punch than the
that's
Glenlivet
really
18
tasty.
I was
That-
drinking.
the blue you can just chew on.
Wow, does it last though?
Mm. Yeah, that's pretty potent. Holy moly!
What, blue?
Yeah. Oh wow, that's an Everlast right there.
An Everlast?
Ooh, the gold
So-
is so much.
Oh,
more
you guys are
subtle.
going
It
gold
is.
next.
The gold's very
Oh,
subtle.
I did black.
Well, I'm gonna follow Sean, so two of us are on the
So,
same page.
so the black one to me is, it's really nice. I don't get quite the level of sweetness that I did on the blue. The blue had a nice vanilla thing going on it up in the front. Not like sweet like candy, but like just when you get vanilla, you know what I mean? And it's not a sweet flavor; it's a vanilla flavor. But it had that
Yeah,
kind of
like-
carried through. Whereas the black, I get some of the vanilla, but it's not as pronounced, and it's just a more approachable because it's at a lower ABV. But still the same Lagavulin character, I think.
So definitely lower ABV. I think it has more of a, it's on the finish. The black kind of had a bubble gum hint going on there.
I'm getting chocolate. I got chocolate in the early palate on that in the black.
Mm-hmm.
It's much more soft. It's much more approachable. I got to be honest, just obviously blue's going to have a bigger
You're right.
bang because it's higher
You
ABV.
can finish.
You can tell.
Yeah.
But I mean, I thought blue had a lot more to offer as far as flavor wise.
I think there's more layers in there. Yeah, for sure.
So this one is an outlier. I haven't even tasted it yet.
There are three different tastes going on.
But
there.
these two to me are like brothers, right? Like I get the same. This one
No, I
has
don't
that
think so.
vegetable.
I think that.
This is the chocolatey out of the bunch for sure.
yeah,
Do you
I
agree?
would agree.
And this one I feel like has just more to it. Needs some water to open up, but it has more of the Lagavulin taste that I normally go for. That one is very like in between subtleness.
It's subtle. It's tamed. It's gentle. It all kind of it's much
Very
better
approachable.
melted together.
Mm.
Arguably
It's very
unidimensional,
rounded.
but
Taste
I'm-
this black again.
I'm
I think you're getting
not as
chocolate.
impressed with that one at all.
I would agree.
No.
I think
Which-
it
which one?
has.
The one you got, that
It's
gold one.
the more unidimensional of the three for sure.
All right.
It's the most approachable, I think, of the three.
Hang on a second. I got, man.
Oh, I don't know. I approach that one just fine.
I got,
Well, you would.
The blue one's delicious.
okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna try the blue one more time. I know it. It's gonna be better once it opens up too.
Yeah,
Are we putting water?
I was
on
gonna
these?
say I almost want to put a little water
Are
on
you guys
that
okay
one,
with do it?
yeah.
Yeah.
That gold.
just to make it a little closer to the other two,
Right.
anyway. But I think
Go-
it's
the gold. I think I agree, Sean. That gold has some like veggie.
Is that the one we had
Offness.
veggie?
there's a vegetable botanical like when I went back and nosed it the second time, I almost got like not a gin note to it, but like there was like some botanicals to it that I was
The finish
not
is
looking
the finish
for.
is still really nice, but the initial palate isn't nearly as good as the other two.
No.
So before we put water on them, I want you guys to rank them in
Put
your
water
head
in this
out
order.
of these three. You know, if you had to put these in order, I've got the order in my head.
Okay.
Right off the bat.
I want to try that black one more time.
That's pretty good with water.
So that black one, it's right. It's at the right ABV. It has the chocolate and the smoke and the vanilla, and it balances really well. This one's too hot, I think.
It's not
Well, it's got
better
water
now.
on it now.
It's better now.
So Trooper says he always likes the Lagavulin Distillers editions. I can't disagree with you. I've got a few of them. I've got one special one at home that one of these days
Yeah,
I'll
that
give
gold
into.
that blue is.
It's good. That's these two are actually I think are closer. It's like the 8 and the Offerman Guinness or something. Like they're similar,
Same but different.
same but different.
All right, I'm
this
ready.
has chocolate notes in it.
Favorite, or is that what you want? You want?
Yeah, whatever. I can give you all three.
Talk us through them, Sean.
All right. So that blue is delicious.
It
Like
is.
straight up delicious. It is delicious neat. It is delicious with water. It's a little more full flavored, I think, than the black, even with the water on it. It's just got a little more going on to me. The finish lasts longer. Up front on the palate, I'm just getting more things going on. And I like that vanilla running through it a little bit. It's a little more pronounced, I think. I still get a little bit of it in the black, but not as pronounced. The black one to me was really good also, but I didn't quite get the level of flavors that I did in the blue. But it was much more approachable just drinking it straight. Like pouring it out of the bottle, it was ready to go. I mean, they dialed it in, I think, at a good spot. And it had a lot of good flavors. The finish was nice. I just got a little bit more out of the blue. So we're talking like a hair's breadth, I think. And then the gold just wasn't hitting my sweet spot. There was a vegetative quality to it that I just couldn't, and it just was kind of a little more unidimensional than the other two. So I'm going to go blue, black, gold.
Yeah, I think I would go the same way. I think the blue needs some work with water, and I question if I got it to the right ABV if it would have the punch that it has without the ABV being reduced. Because the black is better balanced. I think it has a deeper, more mature flavor, I guess. So how does something taste mature? It has the chocolates and a better roundingness to it. The blue has bright punchiness and strength, and the corn chip, that Frito-Lay, when you eat a good bag of Frito-Lay corn chips with that flavor to it, the oiliness, yeah, all that. So I think in general, as they presented, blue, black, gold would be my preference too, but black is right close.
Yeah, I'm right there with you guys. I'm
Okay.
the same lineup. I think you guys have pretty much said the same thing. I mean,
Yeah.
the 12. I will. I don't want
that's a 12.
I
don't think that's a
I think it's
12.
a 12. I don't think it's a 16 because I don't feel like I've had the 16 yet. I think it's a 12
Nope.
Based off of the potency of it. But I could be wrong. But I think that has the most approachable flavor of what I want from a Lagavulin and all three of them. I feel like the black has some potential with the chocolates and whatnot, but it's still kind of like, nah, okay, not really Lagavulin, but it's approachable. And then this one, I think, is just very subtle. It's. I mean, if you pour it, I'm going to drink it. It's very approachable, but doesn't give me a whole lot of Lagavulin love.
Wow, that's great.
There's nothing really going to punch you in the face with it. It's very tame.
My order is the same, but I'll give you a couple of different notes. So while they were talking, I came back to that gold or yellow, as it says on the sheet.
It's cool.
At the end, I know, but the sticker, I didn't have a gold
okay.
sticker. So on the
Okay.
bottom of the bottle, that's a yellow sticker.
Got
But while they were talking, I got a finish note that almost had like a burnt coffee on it. And I thought that was kind of interesting. So maybe, some time to evolve, although I poured these over an hour ago.
Coffee.
I will say that that ranking them in that order, I think, is right. I think black had a lot to offer. It's just blue had
It's
so
more
much
stronger,
more.
yeah.
Right. It
Yeah.
really was. I mean, and I like more whiskey in my whiskey. I like to be able to water it down to where I want it at that particular
You can use
moment,
more
that
water.
moment, that mood, whatever that is.
Yep.
I'm not saying I wouldn't enjoy the gold, but it just it didn't stand nowhere
It could
near
go
the other
toe-to-toe.
two.
Right.
The other two, I think blue still beat black, but I thought black was really enjoyable as well. So I think
Yep.
we're in a unanimous agreement that the winner of this side is blue, right?
Yeah. So much for 4 different views.
Yeah, it
I mean,
is what it is.
It's actually kind of interesting that we're all in sync on this one.
Yeah. Well,
We usually don't.
when you walk in with a
There's at least some
50%
outlier.
ABV,
Right,
it's
so
just, wow.
blue's going to go on. I might have to recuse myself and pour a little bit more so you guys can get into that.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure we know which one it is.
Anyway, yeah.
Maybe
I've already
not.
said it
Come
twice.
on.
We can close
There
our
are
eyes while you
dummies.
pour some more of
It's
the
been
12.
5 minutes. We have a winner yet. Let's
We
see.
do have a winner.
We got
Time,
a winner.
time for dram.
Timer's
And
done. Let's pick a winner.
pick a winner, and the winner for the next T-shirt is
Oh,
Lana
Lana!
Sutton.
Nice.
Well,
Email
well.
us, Lana, scotchfordummies@gmail.com with your size and mailing address. And we have larges and mediums left. Let us know.
Awesome.
There you go.
Congrats.
One
We
is
started
yours.
another one.
Hope to see you next month, by the way, in Indianapolis.
You got to come.
That would be awesome.
Yep, a good time.
All
We'll
right.
talk about that towards the end of the show. Okay,
All right.
so let's get on to the second half of
Okay.
this flight, and we'll keep blue out here because blue's gonna fight
We'll put him right
for another round.
next to the water or something.
We have green, red, and clear.
I think this one's Lagavulin.
You gonna give it a shot?
You think it's
Kind
Lagavulin?
of got that.
That Lagavulin
Yeah.
smell.
Got that Lagavulin smell.
Just that.
I see
Seaweed.
Justin Overpack's
Yeah,
in.
it's good.
Nice.
And D. Streamlabs is in as well. Nice. Say hi to Streamlabs.
Okay.
Ciao,
It's got the Lagavulin smell to it, but not like super strong.
Ooh.
Like if you pull, I don't know if I could pull this as a Lagavulin.
Really?
This one, I would not pull as Lagavulin, just on those.
Really?
Well, maybe
All
I didn't
right.
put Lagavulin in all of them.
I'm skipping and I'm tasting too right now. I'm just nosing.
You're
I'm
going right in.
in.
Drew's going in.
Actually, that's pretty damn good. That's tasty.
He said it's pretty damn
And
good.
that's
I'm
that's
gonna
the
be-
Lagavulin love right there.
Normally, I'm the guy who hits it
I
hard
couldn't help
first,
myself.
but
I just
I'm just gonna nose them all first and just give it a. We got a tournament going on. I'm trying to be.
I know.
Those two are really close on the palate. Not on the nose.
I didn't smell the red one yet.
The red one smells a little bit lighter and more approachable.
Yeah, there's like very little peat on the nose there. Ooh,
I'm with you, Andrew. I don't know that I would pick this based on the nose,
nose,
as a
no way.
Lagavulin. I mean, it's
You get
definitely
vanillas.
peated, but yeah, I get a lot of vanilla on it.
Oh man,
Huh?
this has got also
That's
some bourbon
interesting.
cast going
You wanna
on.
smell that one?
Bourbon.
Oh my
So
gosh.
green
I don't know what it is.
was good.
You taste it?
Yeah, I tasted it.
This is
Must smell what you're
bright.
talking
But I'm not sure where I got to go through the other three. Maybe it was bad to taste.
There's.
This is not.
I would not. I mean, this maybe hints if I had to really force myself, but I wouldn't call that Lagavulin either.
You
bourbon
wouldn't call
cask,
this
sherry
Lagavulin.
cask.
All right, so red is
I'm not
not
pulling peat on the
Lagavulin
nose
according
at
to
all.
the guys.
It doesn't smell like it.
I'm not gonna taste it. I'm gonna let you.
I didn't
let you
taste the
nose
red.
it.
I
Let you
passed
nose that.
I'm interested in this flight. It has my.
It's not, I'm not kidding.
has my
I'm
attention.
expecting Lagavulin.
It's
on
not
this.
Lagavulin, man. I'm telling you, getting sherry cask, you get bourbon cask.
Yeah, this
have
one
to dig in
definitely
there for
doesn't
that.
have a heavy peat on it. But
Weird.
now,
Weird.
mind you, I poured them an hour ago. I did put coins on them to try and
Yeah.
keep everything.
But you poured
in.
all of them an hour ago.
Right. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
So
Yeah,
'Cause-
Justin's right. We may be
'cause that first one-
we may be nose blind by now.
No, I
no,
don't think
because
so.
the green one smelled like Lagavulin.
That one I feel like has some hints of log, but it's very faint. Like
Huh?
you have,
Really?
you have to really get in there deep. I was like
Mm.
trying.
It smells sweeter than I.
It smells like a Highland almost.
Yeah, I mean, there's hints
Heather.
of peat in there, but it's
All right, I'm gonna go red now.
that's
what- so-
interesting.
So
All
the
right.
only bottle that's fairly new is the
I'm
the
getting-
9 that you
So
opened.
the two bottles that were freshly opened tonight for this were the Game of Thrones 9 and the Offerman original, the first Offerman.
Okay.
Should have told me how to brought mine.
It is what it is. Got to open it to drink it.
He's got plenty of scotch. He's fine.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
I
I
know.
already had
red.
an open one.
While the nose is not particularly peaty, the palate is just
The
dreamy.
green was the first one, right?
It's just like
The palate's starting
creamy
to come around.
and peated and soft and well balanced and we need to go outside for a little bit. That's good stuff. Man, that red.
I think
It's so honey sweet up front from the red, not that much peat, and then all of a sudden it comes back and goes, "Hey, there's some campfire."
it
going on."
comes.
back.
I think
Comes in.
I think the clear one is the outlier on this one.
You tasted
As
it?
far as taste,
I haven't tried it yet.
I think on the palate the clear is different than the other two.
Well, it smelled different for sure.
Yeah, I'm not saying the other two are the same, but I think they're more similar than this one seems to stand out on its own a little bit more.
The
to me.
green
So-
feels older. It has more
It
body to
this
it.
seems more sophisticated.
The
Yeah.
green to me is very nice.
Yeah.
It's
Very
got
nice.
It's got
got a
more
nice-
wood in it.
well, and
yeah.
it's got a nice sweet note that rides through the whole way with the smoke and the peat,
Yeah.
and it's married up very
Yeah,
well.
I
that
agree.
green is
Nothing is like out of balance. It's a very nice glass.
Who says? Scroll up. Let me see some of these comments here, Drew. There's folks are sipping along with us, and they have the answer key. So there's.
God,
So
it smells like- it
everyone,
smells like
everyone
new
said
bourbon.
comparison between the 8 and 16 is night and day. 16 it's much softer and gentler.
Yeah,
Okay.
God, it smells like wood. I mean, this smells like a fresh bourbon barrel.
That is kind of like the gold from the first one. I think it's better than the gold, but it's still a very approachable. Like it's not. It doesn't taste hot. It's got semitones of Lagavulin, but nothing really pronounced. It's just very subtle smoke and peat. It's very smooth, but
Which one, the clear?
I would say, like, for example, if you would equate it to ABV, it's like a 43 versus 46, or maybe a 40. I don't know, something like that.
Is anybody else getting pineapple?
On the clear?
Yeah,
I don't remember pineapple.
You know, I'm getting like cedar.
it's super fruity. What the hell's going on?
Fresh and fruity.
Get the
This
car.
one
Get the car.
smells good.
Get the car.
Hmm.
I think Justin's right. I'm starting to get nose. It's just all bashing in together.
Interesting. So to me, the clear is a weird outlier.
I told you.
The red to me was a little bit shorter than the green. The green seemed to like linger a little bit longer, but I want to go back and try it again. But the clear had like it had a little bit of peat, but not as much as I was expecting. But it had like some
Man, I'm
tropical
talking-
fruit sweetness
Okay.
I was not expecting in a Lagavulin. I don't know what's going on there, but
Bobby
it's
J.
just kind of a different, and it's not bad, but it's not like the others.
No, I think the one thing about the green that nothing else is producing right now is that the full spectrum of front to finish, everything is great. Like it's got a
Yep.
really nice kick in that finish that I'm not getting off the other two at all. Like it's got
No.
that peaty smokiness coming out at the end of that green. It's like
The
that's
red is
really
much. It's just shorter.
Well,
Mhm.
it's weird because when I would, based on my experience with peat, I would think this one is an older whiskey because there's not as much peat in it.
Right.
The
Bobby J, I want
the
to take my
barrel
hat off
influence
to
of
you for
that I
going
think
for a
is
movie quote, dude.
much
Blues
more
Brothers.
dominant than these.
interesting.
I'm getting all sorts of oaky and
Take a time out
cedars and
and-
things in there.
Pick a winner.
Who's
Oh,
your next
yeah.
winner?
Jimmy,
Jimmy
T.
T.
Jimmy T. So this clear
Winner,
one's
winner.
getting really sweet to me.
Oh, it's sweet.
It's getting sugary. Just
Your winner, Morning. So Jimmy T,
I don't.
email scotch4dummies@gmail.com with your size and your mailing address. It is large or medium. That's our only option. So let us know.
You did pineapple earlier on this?
Mhm.
I think that
Do you
one's
get that?
interesting.
I don't get pineapple, but I get
Like a sweetness.
something, yeah, citrusy maybe.
There's a sticker on the bottom of the clear one that doesn't
Oh.
belong there. I didn't put it there.
Oh, it's so good.
It's not. That's from an
Like,
old.
it's a
That's,
legacy.
it's a legacy blind. I'm like, wow, what's that from? I think I haven't made up my mind on
No,
which
it's
one I
getting
like
better
the
on
most,
it, though.
most here. I will say that the clear one definitely stands out the most. I don't know if I like it the most, but it definitely is the most unique.
Yes.
It's kind of nice.
It's so
Sweet.
sweet.
It's sweet.
So
It's the sweetest out of all. Don't you guys agree?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
for sure. I mean, I think it's one of those that I enjoy it, but I don't know if I was pouring a like I wanted a Lagavulin, I don't know if that would be what I would pour.
It's got
You know
it's,
what I
it's a
mean?
sweet smoke too.
Yeah.
That's what's weird about it. It's like
Yeah.
I don't know what
Yeah,
that
that's
is.
where I've lost the smoke on it. No, maybe that's because
It's
we
on the
just tasted
finish.
it.
I tried again on get the sweet finish. It's actually pretty good. I think I'm good to go.
Talk us through it, Drew. Maybe you'll inspire us.
I'm gonna put my order right here. I think. Well, hold on, one more time.
I love this.
He's gonna talk himself.
I love this.
Get you some.
I don't know,
Get
man.
you some humble pie.
No, I got.
You can't go wrong, brother.
Oh my god, it's so good.
I think I'm gonna do this. I think I'm gonna sway. I changed it up. I think
You
changed
went
it up.
clear.
I was gonna go clear second. They're close, and the reason why I think I like that. This one just feels like the full package. It just feels very
So
elegant.
green is the best?
Green's the best for me.
Oh, okay.
And then second is red, and then third is the clear. And I just think this has more of a Lagavulin front to finish than I'm used to. I think these two are similar as far as a sweeter factor, but I think this one is more red is more balanced on the sweet than this is. And this one is kind of like a simple syrup sugar sweet thing at front, and then the finish. It's not bad,
No.
but I think from a balanced perspective of a Isla, I think that's going to win over that one. They're very close. I like them both, but I think green is my outliner here, personally.
I will concur on green. I like that one the best. I'm going to switch the red and the clear.
I was close.
On the initial tasting, I would not have said that, but the more I taste the clear, the more I'm kind of like, I kind of like that.
It's
and
good.
it's probably just tonight. It's hitting me right. And the second or third time I went back and tried a little sip, I got a little bit more of the peat coming in. It kind of balanced out the sweetness a little bit. But it was a little more unique. So I kind of liked it better. The red was great. I enjoyed it. But I think I'm with you. The green to me had a nicer vanilla note running through it. It just seemed a little more balanced and a little longer lasting. At least
Smart.
tonight, anyway.
Oh, you're talking. So I would agree. The green, I think, is it has more dimensions, I think, than the other two. So I would go green number one. I'm a little bit torn on the red and the clear, because the reason I say that is, do I want a Lagavulin or do I want a good whiskey? And
Pretty sweet.
the clear is a very good whiskey, but the
Yep.
peat is much more subtle in it.
Yeah.
And I would argue that maybe the clear is a better overall whiskey, because it has multiple layers that kind of transition throughout your palate. The palate at the end, you pick up that smokiness, and I think it's arguably better. But the red has more peat throughout the entire palate. So
That's exactly where I'm at. I think you're right. I think you're.
maybe I think I like the clear because
I got
it
banana
has
on it now.
it has a better breadth to it.
It's a little bit different. It's
It is
kind of more
different.
excitable than the red, but the red feels like a safety
Yeah.
net.
If I'm looking for Lagavulin,
Yeah.
I don't want the clear.
Yeah.
But if I want good whiskey, the clear is better than the red.
That's a valid point. I
Fair.
humbly, I would agree with both
Yep.
of you guys. I think it's a very close between those two. But I'll stick with my gut. So I'm the only one
So I think,
different.
all right,
Unless Mark says otherwise.
Mark's confused. He's scared.
He's probably gonna go.
He's scared.
He's probably gonna go clear first.
I don't even get peat on any of them anymore.
What?
I've drank too many of them.
Yeah, we are a bit nose blind.
I feel good.
I'm good. I'm feeling really good right now. How do you feel, Mark?
So in this moment, right now, yeah. Okay. All right. Well, then there you go.
No.
I can't disagree with that. I was just gonna say, in this moment, I'm matched up against the three of them. I think that this is really fair. I might even switch these two. I'm very, very close, and I'm intrigued by this one.
By the clear one? Yeah.
This one. It just. And maybe that's not a good thing. Maybe that's a bad thing. Maybe you want more consistency. But I'll tell you what, every time I go back to it, it seems to change. It's like a doppelganger. It's like, what the hell, man? You just said you got banana, right?
Here's
like
my thought on it. Number one, this one had a lot of different flavors coming in. But number two, if you're going to buy a different bottle and it tastes just like the bottle that you had, that's kind of self-defeating, right?
Sure, I get it.
A little bit.
But
you're waffling.
I mean, not that any of these tasted exactly the same, but that one's just kind of unique.
I think the green offered a nice malt note in it that I am enjoying right now.
The Lagavulin shootout, don't forget.
Right, and it's got definitely a sweetness in there. I'm gonna stick it. I'm gonna leave you guys alone.
So what's your order? Green.
All right. Well, you're gonna have to re-pour, man. That's not gonna be enough. That little last sip.
So green's gonna win.
Okay. Well, you
green versus blue.
What about?
What's your second and third? Just like curiosity.
Doesn't matter. Right there.
It does matter.
Right there.
Okay, so
it does matter.
I'm the off. Okay.
All right, so we're going blue.
But everybody was
green.
like, it was splitting hairs.
Blue versus green. I'm going to step off camera down below the bar. They're not going to know. I'm going to refill these guys so you guys have something to drink.
Do we need to move?
No.
Can we hold the glasses for you or something?
I'll just hey, you guys just be good.
Look forward.
We'll look forward, not look at the.
No, I'll just take them all down.
Yeah, take all the bottles down so we don't see any of them.
Don't worry. I'm going to hydrate. What they are. I got to look. I don't know what's what.
Let's see if we get another winner in this.
So
we got. Oh yeah, we can be winner. It's been 5 minutes.
Yeah, let's do this.
All right, the winner is
IC86.
IC86.
Nice. You know what to do. Give us a email and your size.
Dummies@gmail.com with size, either large or medium, and your email, your mailing address, so we can get them to you.
There you go.
All the ones from last week are going out tomorrow morning. They already have postage applied, and they are going to Arizona, a couple to Canada, and one to Scotland.
Nice.
Oh, we got super chat.
Super
chat.
Arizona. Who won out in Arizona?
Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for the super chat.
Okay.
Nice.
So these have been filled back up. Now that I know what they are, I think you guys are going to be pleasantly interested.
Disappointing.
It'd be fun. We'll see what happens.
It'd be fun.
We'll see what happens here
start one more giveaway
as this shines down.
Okay.
Let's do this.
All right. What do you want to
So, all right, where we ended up with the blue, black, yellow side, blue won against black and yellow, and on the clear, green, red side, green beat out the clear and the red. So for tonight's Lagavulin champion,
We don't want to say that.
we have blue versus green.
Okay.
Let's get ready.
Damn right.
They've got the answer key. I don't know what it is, so I'm actually going to write it down right now. I wrote the colors down, but I didn't write what was what.
I feel like blue's the kind of scotch that's going to bite green's ear.
I think so too. I'm going to put some water on ahead of the game.
I'm just throwing that out there.
That is so good, though. That green. I mean, I can pour it and I don't have to mess with it.
The interesting part about this shootout is going to be higher ABV, potent versus subtle, refined.
Can I go ahead and add water? Or do you guys want to taste
I'm fine with adding water too if you want.
Yeah, that's fine, man.
And can I add a fair amount?
Yeah, I think so.
Get it close to.
I think it's going to help because we're trying to get past the ABV a little bit.
Yeah.
Because we all agree it's hot.
It's too hot.
It's
too
a
hot
little
to
hot.
compare.
I mean, this
I still like
has a great
Oh
nose.
yeah, I'll take it at the end of the night. But
All right.
Lana's surprised at the results.
so that's coming in better.
That's telling, Lana, because you said earlier what your favorite Lagavulin was.
So just adding the water to that makes it so much better. To the blue.
I'm going to tell you right now, if that happens to be the 8 Guinness, I'm going to be like
What?
super impressed and sick at the same time because we gave that a pretty crappy score.
And I don't think I overwatered that, but that is not as good.
Well, the nose is better on that right out of the gate. I know you
on,
watered this
no
down.
question.
on green, the nose is better?
Oh, hands down.
Yeah.
Every day.
You try it?
I think it smells earthy.
Oh, so much better.
Right? He said it like it was a bad thing.
No.
Mm,
Oh my God.
sweeter.
The sweetness
That's sweeter.
for toasted corn chips.
Ooh, that's
Hmm.
wow.
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 Wow. With air quotes
It's
and
hot.
everything.
It's hot, but that's really good, man. Wow.
Oh, I don't know about that nose being
The
better.
the nose is better on the green, but the palate.
Nope.
I'm telling you, have you tried the blue
Yeah.
lately?
Have you tried it lately?
Blue
Last
has,
3 minutes?
I see blue as being like a children's book, and this is being like War and Peace. The green is War and Peace.
I don't know about that.
It's got layers. It's got definition. It's got, yeah. Let it course over your tongue. Just let it sit
It's
there.
This
finesse.
one's gonna
I
go
was
down.
trying to see where he was going with
We
War
We
and
got
Peace.
ourselves a heavy
You're right.
It's too wordy.
Okay, the abridged.
Goes on forever.
The
and
abridged
don't-
version.
I was done 5 minutes ago with
Took me
the
a whole
green.
semester to get through.
I was disappointed at the ending.
Let's say the abridged version of Les Miserables.
Jean-Paul Jean. What happens? I don't even remember.
So time
He
out.
does
I
agree.
think going back to what we have, I think we're all agreeing that the blue is higher ABV. It has more wiggle room no matter what, straight out of the bottle. You're gonna need to play with
This
those.
is probably like the 8-year-old.
See what you come up with.
Can't be the 8.
And this is the 8. If this is the 8-year-old, I'm gonna be.
It's so good, man. It makes me shudder. It's so good.
I can't. I'm. If this is not the 16, I'm gonna be like, what was a 16? Because
Yeah, what I would do, we want to.
I did not get the
Revisit
16.
that.
on
It's a
any
weird
of these.
pineapple one.
Probably. Probably.
Yes, everyone. I think I might have just had a whiskey guess.
I will say it is difficult in these blinds when you start like putting stuff up against each other. Then you'll go back and try that bottle later, and you're like, "What was I thinking?
Yeah.
I don't get any of
By
that."
itself, it can, yeah.
That's
So I don't know if
true.
it's sometimes
That's
like
a good
the
dram.
just the comparison.
So it may be the bottles are old. It may be a different.
Some of them are.
pouring.
I'm not
Yeah.
denying. Absolutely, some of them are. I've had open for a while.
God, that's tough. That's really tough, you guys. That has a lot of flavor to it. Like, and it's just well rounded from the beginning to the end. Like everything about that green is just good.
I mean, I know you put a bunch of water on that blue though,
It's still hot.
and it just shrugged it off. It's
Yeah.
still really nice.
Yeah, you saw me
That
pour
has
it.
to
be
I
as
wanted somebody
It's a
watching
lot.
me pour it, and they
It was a lot of water.
I'm telling you
And
what,
it
that 12
totally
is,
took it.
that 12 is going head to head right now with that green. I'm telling you, it's tough. That green is really.
No, see this one just feels
It's-
shallow.
The nose is not nearly as good as the green. I'll give you that. But that palate.
That's really tough, man.
I don't know. That blue is freaking just
That blue is delicious. though.
consistent staying
Mhm.
power. But this
Yeah,
is
but
me.
Compare it to the.
I am comparing.
All right, man, you're ready. Go for it.
This okay. One word. Density. This has more density than that.
Strong like bull.
Strong. This is more finesse. This has more density. This is like thicker. It's got more
All right, so I'm
molasses,
kinda
more
thinking-
heat, more. I don't know what else to say.
No, I don't think so. So I think this is it's like skipping a rock, whereas that's going the water. It's like a submarine. It goes through and has all these depths and character associated within the green. It has more breadth of the peat. You know, it's not just like a
Chew on that.
smoke. It's so the green I believe is my favorite of the two
Okay.
that are left.
All right.
The blue is tasty. It has great flavor. I would never turn that down, but it does not have the breadth that the green has. Next.
Wah, 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 wah.
I don't know where to. I'm confused, honestly. I think I like what the blue has. I think from a palate perspective, it has more of explosion. But
What?
Sounds like you're getting ready to say $1, Bob. You can't do that shit.
I'm gonna go $1.
You got to make it.
How much for a bone? How much for a bone?
I'm trying to be fair here. I think the green hat, if you're comparing what you're getting out of the glasses right now, the green, I have to say, has the best all around from nose to palate to finish. Very well done. The blue, you've got to put water on it to get in there first. And once you, even when you put water on it, the nose still isn't great. It's like, it's okay.
Yeah.
But I will say the palate is very, very good. Like I really enjoy the palate of the blue. I would say, like I said, density.
Better than
I think it's just got a little bit more bolder flavor than this.
It does.
But
Yes,
but it
it
doesn't
does.
have the full spectrum to round everything. So from a finesse perspective and what you're getting out, I think green has to be the winner.
You're
it's
going
hard.
green?
I go green.
I mean, it don't matter now. It's all formative at this point.
No, you guys.
But-
you guys are.
So I would say I kind of agree with you guys in the fact that I love the blue, and actually I kind
really
of
like the blue.
Yeah.
I kind of would have liked to had like a little bit of it neat, a little bit with water, because I think you hit it pretty heavy with the water, and I think it.
It probably brought it down to about 40-ish.
Yeah, I mean
Way
it's
to go.
it's
That's
too
not
much.
fair. You kicked it in the
So-
balls before the round started.
so
He's
I'm
like,
you want to top it off for it?
but it's that green one. Even in the last round, I mean, it was just very. It tasted a little bit more refined. It had a nice balance to it. It was just a really nice, well done glass of scotch.
Mm-hmm.
But I love the blue. Like we're really splitting hairs.
I know, we
on
are.
a couple of
We
these.
are.
I mean, and even a couple from the
No.
other rounds
No.
were
Close.
very good.
There's plenty
So I don't think there's any
I'm afraid of-
losers sitting out on this table. But
That's not
tonight,
good.
No.
if I had to
Good.
pick a glass to finish out after this whole thing, it would probably be the green. I really enjoyed it. So there you go, green. What did we
All
do?
right. Talk
This-
to us.
this is
talk
gonna
to us,
be-
so
coach.
you took green?
Green.
What are you picking? You know what they are, but what are you picking?
I know
Honestly.
what they are, but honestly,
Which
well,
you
I mean,
prefer?
I prefer the blue. I like the green. The green's okay, but to me, the blue gives me what I want out of a Lagavulin. This is a Lagavulin flight.
What?
That's Lagavulin.
It's got the palate of a log, not the nose of a log.
Sydney, even Scotch. Drum roll.
All right, lay it on me.
So green wins, right? That's
Yeah.
the way it is because my vote didn't count anyway. It
Can
wouldn't
you,
have mattered
pull, can you
anyway.
pull the bottles out so we can have a little bit more of excitement?
Yep.
Whoop,
We
whoop.
can. All right. So
hold on.
let's.
Do you want to do the winner or do you want to do the loser?
No, let's back it all the way up.
All
Bring them all out here,
All right.
man.
All
Bring
right.
them all out here.
So
Dun, dun,
these
dun,
are
dun.
failures.
I don't know if they're failures, but
Well,
they didn't move on to the
We
next
didn't move
round.
on. I don't know what.
Whoa,
Oh,
easy there, killer.
So
You want to do that with Tam
while they're getting this set up, I'm going to say a couple words though. Honestly, Justin was right early on. When you're nosing 6 different peated whiskeys,
It gets
Oh,
tough.
it's really
number
hard.
one,
Very
your nose, right? After a couple, it gets real. It's crazy after nosing 6 or 7 of these through the round. I honestly wasn't getting peat on the nose anymore. I was like, well,
No, you
I'm,
couldn't.
just,
I was still
I'm just
getting peat.
numb. I'm numb
I was
to it.
gonna be-
So you've got to remember that. And they're all the same distillery. So it really does. It's like splitting hairs on some of them. So interesting lineup. And actually looking at these, it's crazy. I'm looking at the bottle. The 8 doesn't have a green tint to it. It's almost got a silver tint to it. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
That's crazy. Anyway,
Can we
so,
start with the clear? Because I think that was the most
So,
interesting
sure.
one, the pineapple,
so
whatever.
on the clear versus green versus red lineup, green won, obviously. Clear was the Game of Thrones bottle.
That doesn't.
Okay,
Interesting.
that doesn't surprise me.
Okay.
Okay.
It was totally different. It's like they put only 9-year-old in there, whereas the 8 they probably put some older stuff in there.
Yeah, who knows?
All right.
I mean, we do know
Yeah.
that it's Lagavulin. We do know it's
And you guys
9
picked
years
this
old.
Second, I picked it
third. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good, but okay.
So the red lost in this round 2, and that was Lagavulin 16.
Damn it!
Wow.
Man, oh man.
All right.
Guess
So-
I need to pick a new favorite.
That's why we do this.
This,
We learn.
this is what I commonly refer to as my island bottle. If I got to live on an island for the rest of my life, what bottle am I going to pick? It's this one, and it just got knocked the hell out. So
At least tonight.
Where's the red glass? I want to smell it real quick.
Anyway, so let's move on to the other side.
They got
Where
gold
we
and
had-
black.
Blue, black, and yellow. The blue won. So the black and yellows. The black is Lagavulin 8.
Okay.
Okay.
So that was the one
That
that
was
I
the
thought
middle.
was the chocolate, the Guinness.
Yes.
The Guinness or no?
No, it's
No,
Lagavulin 8.
we haven't got to Guinness yet.
So that must be.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Oh
The
shit! That better
yellow
not be-
or gold glass is Lagavulin 11 Guinness.
Which one's that one?
Ah,
Right here.
That's interesting because I think that's the one. I don't remember exactly, but I think that's the one Didn't say it was chocolate.
Well, we didn't get that very good.
Yeah, and
No,
I would
we had
expect this one to
chocolate.
have more of a maltier flavor anyway.
Yeah. that's
Is that the one we said? I can't remember.
We
Now.
didn't give it a very good rating.
Wow.
No, but
Which leaves us with the two left, which is
The 12 and the
12
11.
and the original Offerman 11. Now, notice the original Offerman
Okay.
11 was just opened tonight. Fresh
Brand
pour.
new.
Lagavulin 12 opened probably 2 years ago. I'm down to
And
you know,
couldn't care less, right?
Right,
Like,
yeah.
that thing shrugged it all
exactly.
off.
A little waterproof.
So the
But-
water,
So this
so,
one,
I,
obviously.
so I have an unopened bottle list in my house. I may need to start opening it.
That
Enjoying
seems to be your go-to.
Hey,
Yeah.
everyone has a good comment about the 16.
what do you say? Here.
16 is low ABV, colored, and chill filtered.
It's true.
It's
Makes
sherry,
it
too.
makes it easier for a beginner, but does tame it down.
Yep. And very
Oh,
good point.
Everwin, I love you. That's great
That's a good
analysis.
point. Yeah.
Yep, good call on that. So these are the two, and obviously you guys know which one is which. Can you put the glasses in front of them?
Well, green's
blue-
obviously
blue and
Blair's
green.
over here by himself.
Blue and
The
green.
blue is the 12.
Blue is the 12.
That was pretty obvious.
So
Green
so
is-
so Offerman knows what he's doing then.
So Offerman picked
This
a
is the
winner
first,
tonight.
the very first bottle.
This is the first edition Offerman, not the Guinness finished. Yes,
right.
Man, I need to open
That's
So-
hilarious, man.
it
You did a
is.
Good job.
And I think we actually scored that one fairly well.
think
We
we
thought
did.
we were
We enjoyed
pleasantly, happy with it.
Okay.
But I mean,
That
there's a
concerned
lot
me
that
about
goes
the
into this.
16.
This is an old bottle, been open for a long time. I think it brought a lot. I think
Yeah.
it was fun to see the Game of Thrones stood out as an outlier. I think on,
It did.
on those.
It
I,
did.
you
So
really
that was
did.
the pineapple banana one that I was
Yeah,
talking
Yeah,
about.
you, I mean,
I was
every
getting
time you went
cedar,
back to
yeah.
it, you're like
I was
different.
getting
Did you
cedar.
put the 8s together in the first
There's
round?
the 11s? No,
Or 11s?
no, I didn't.
Okay.
I split them up. What I ended up doing, if you look at it, I put the 12 and the 8 together and one of the 11s, I think, because they were the highest ABVs. I
Okay.
wanted them to fight against each other because I knew they were going
Yeah.
to stand out.
True.
You know what would be interesting is to go back and do some of these blinds that we've done and see how we fare on a second night. You know what I mean?
Different night.
Because it's really about, what we're tasting tonight and how we're feeling, especially with peated scotches. It would be
What's
interesting to
hard to
like mix up the lineup and try it again and
Right.
just see where you come out later.
I
So-
gotta say, I feel pretty good about this overall, though. I mean, I was a little worried about the 8 Offerman Guinness being the last one. I was like, no, please,
So-
God, no. Please, no.
We like that one
Mark,
best.
Mark,
It's awesome.
we had a question from Scotch and Under. What year was it? 12?
Oh, yeah, this is a
2017.
2017 bottling of the 2012. So, which does matter. That's a very good question. Zach Andrews asked it in the patron Zoom, but 2017 bottling of the 2012. So,
Yep.
I do get that changes.
So what did you guys think about that? Did you think it was kind of fair? I mean, did you think the results would be this way from us?
I'm kind of curious about the people that have actually
there
had a
were
few of these
some.
bottles that we're tasting along.
So we haven't been watching the chat that much. We've been into this. So some of you have been drinking some of these bottles along with us tonight. What do you think? Are we on, we off? There's no right or wrong answer. What did you get out of this?
Well, I will say that 12. We've said it from the very beginning, and even tonight, I said it's a damn good bottle.
It is. I
Yeah.
don't like the price point of it.
No, it's
Yeah.
almost,
What's
it's
it
almost
going for?
$200 right now.
Is it
Yeah,
really?
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that's way
$180-ish. It's.
way out.
I think when it originally came out, it was somewhere in the 150-ish, 160-ish range, but that's still too high.
Wheelhouse Whiskey wants to know where 16 placed. It was the second in the second round.
So
Right?
third or fourth?
Yeah, probably third or
Yeah.
fourth.
This is the red, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's second.
All right. Oh, it
in
was.
that round.
I was real close on those.
There were that in the and no, you guys are close between.
Yeah, I think I picked,
Lagavulin
I think
eight
I
and
picked
that
the
one.
I mean,
Lagavulin 9.
we kind of split hairs on that a little bit. So, I mean, there were some that were definitely close. The Game of Thrones edition was definitely the outlier of all of them. I mean, I don't know about
Damn,
you
they
guys,
killed
but
them
it
all.
definitely.
Well, but to be fair, you guys were close to this one, but you were close because you were looking at uniqueness of this,
Yes.
and not the Lagavulin effect.
No.
That's
no.
why I picked that one because I felt like it was more Lagavulin than that one.
Yeah.
However, I agree with you guys' points that it was
Yep.
interesting.
Yeah, interesting and unique.
To me, that's kind of cool because they put it in this whole Game of Thrones thing, which is fine. If you're gonna put it in, that's when you go off the beaten path.
Yep.
Go
Would you-
out there and do something crazy.
Would you say the blind test not knowing it was Lagavulin, would you say it was Lagavulin though?
Well, I don't know. That's
How
tough.
about if I analyze the finish?
But do you think from
It's
a
tough.
marketing perspective, like you're
Yeah,
going to get a
I think
ton of
it's a
people
Kylie.
buying that Game of Thrones bottle, right? So if you
So-
put something like super weird that's not a normal Lagavulin
Sure,
in that
I see
bottle,
where you're going.
and
Why would
you
you
get
do
a
that?
lot of but
Yeah.
you get a lot of people to try it. Maybe they like it, maybe they don't. But if you're a normal Lagavulin drinker, it gives you something different,
True.
right? But if you're just experiencing Lagavulin and then you are like, oh, I really like that, I'm going to go try this 56% ABV version, and it's not going to be the same thing.
So good question, and then we'll get to Zach in a second. From a Lagavulin perspective, what doesn't fit in? Like, is there anything outlined that says that's a Lagavulin? Like, there's
It was the
I
Game
mean,
of
it was
Thrones.
this one,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
everything
for
else
sure.
is kind of in the wheelhouse.
So
Yeah, I think so.
that really frustrates me that Diageo, with their Game of Thrones edition,
You would think it would be
they
more.
didn't match their profile of the distilleries they picked.
So let's look at this from
Thank you, Zach. By
corporate,
the way,
big corporate
Thank you, Zach.
decision. Maybe it was they've got a plethora of casks they don't know what the hell to do with.
And 11
They
years
got to
old.
get rid of them. We'll throw them in this lineup. It's going to sell. It's a marketing ploy anyway. I mean, who knows where their minds went.
That's what they did with the Whitewater.
Why exactly?
But I think that this one is actually it's actually pretty good, and it's got some peat in there, and it's unique. It's got some sweetness that's
It's the only
kind of an
peated one
outlier
the
for
line,
this.
yeah.
So I think it's very approachable.
Sure.
So I get why they did it.
It's
But
too long.
again, I don't think if you're new to Lagavulin that it does it necessarily
Well,
justice.
is this the only peated in their lineup for the Game of Thrones?
Yes,
I think it's the only peated one in the Game of Thrones lineup, isn't it?
yeah,
I believe
it
so.
is. Everything else,
so it's
everything else is
subtly
around
peated,
the
yeah.
regions.
Yeah.
Well,
Cool.
the black one is an Oban and it's not peated.
Yeah, it's not needed.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So interesting fight, interesting fun. Now a standalone.
sending me Scotch, thank you.
If we broke these
Thanks,
up
man.
individually and just poured that one bottle tonight, I think we enjoy all 6 of them.
Oh,
I mean,
absolutely.
absolutely. There's
They're
nothing
all
wrong.
They're all good.
I think this one definitely was most intriguing as far as standing out amongst the rest.
Wait, look at it. I mean,
The other
you can,
ones-
you can even see it really kind
Yeah,
of.
What
it's
was it
you know
called?
it's got coloring. I mean, the 16's got coloring.
It's the only
Was
clear
this a
bottle.
gold?
What?
Which one was a gold bottle?
I don't remember.
The-
What's gold?
Gold was the
Offerman
Offerman
Guinness.
Guinness, right?
Yeah,
so.
Offerman Guinness.
Yeah, that was tame and subtle, and we didn't have as much.
Which is
This is the first one we put last, right? I think.
so. I have a question for you guys about that. So we really like the green first Offerman edition. None of us really cared for the gold Guinness Offerman edition.
Which reflects our review last week.
Yep.
It does. Let me have that
The
gold.
Guinness, yeah.
Which is crazy because I really
And I love Guinness.
I love Guinness. Right. That's what I was going. That's what
It
that's
does
my
not have Guinness
favorite.
quality to it.
You would expect this thing to be a multi, just madness, just overflowing with it.
What was the other
No.
one? That because both of us said chocolate and the other one, the black. What was
The
the black?
black. There was 8.
8.
Really?
Yep.
That had more chocolate than the Guinness one,
Yeah, that
which
Guinness.
you
I-
wouldn't think.
Yeah. I couldn't have guessed the Guinness one, and I didn't think
I
that I
feel
would be
sorry
able
for
to.
Nick because he picked a bad bottle on this one. A lot.
I mean, it's not horrible,
well-
but it doesn't do the Lagavulin name.
So what I'm thinking is I mean, it's a marketing gimmick at that one, right? Like, hey, we're gonna put it into Guinness barrels. It'll
It's
be
not
awesome.
bad.
No,
It's
but
not
but
bad.
it's- but
It's
you'd
not
rather
core,
have
though.
16.
But it's not
or
the-
38.
it's not
a
that green
unique,
glass.
unique non-core offering.
Mhm.
You know what? If I were Nick Offerman and I had my picture on that bottle of Guinness, I wouldn't give a damn what any of you think.
I-
Well,
I'd
that's
be
so
like,
true.
I'd
I'd
be
be
fine
fine
with
with that.
pictures on
I
a
agree with you on
Guinness
that.
and
And
a Lagavulin bottle.
I would also be rolling my wheelbarrow full of money to the bank.
Yeah,
That's
right.
true.
Yeah.
Okay, let's pick our last winner for the night.
Oh, these 4 dudes on YouTube didn't like my. Man, it's okay.
I'm gonna go pour a glass of
I
it.
gotta
You wanna
draw
get?
again. No, we're gonna draw again.
You can't win 2.
Josh
Nichols.
There you
Josh,
go.
you are the winner, my friend.
Woo!
IC86. You can't be peddling these on the street. These are like they're prize.
Right.
These gold, man. Look at this. How well
No.
they're soft. They're they're comfortable.
So look,
Yeah.
we're
They
5
are really
minutes
nice
left.
shirts,
I
actually.
saw a cool a comment come by about 10 minutes ago. Tom's like, "Right, it's time to talk about party. Well, you guys are wasting time here. You guys are talking.
Party.
What?
Well, we got a party coming up. We do have a party coming up. Well, so
Well,
before we
where-
get to
where are we
our
next
party,
weekend?
let's talk about a couple of other
Next
things.
weekend,
Yes.
yeah.
First, before we get to next weekend, I want to remind everybody to go out and do the online whiskey awards
Yes.
voting. Get your butt out there and make sure you vote.
And I can tell you, I did it this week.
I voted
you did
too.
it this week.
I need to vote.
There's definitely there were some categories that I felt good about. Like I had
Solid.
experience and I was like, I'm going to pick one.
Yep.
And there was a couple that I was like, you know what? I haven't tried all these. I don't feel like I should be voting because I don't know
Right.
all of these. And I skipped it, and you can. So
But you don't have to if you want to go for your favorite Scotch.
If you're like,
do it.
hey man, this is the greatest thing ever, like awesome.
Right.
But go out and vote. I think it's important, and I think
do
the
too.
more interaction that they get with this, the more that it helps bring awareness to the fact that there's so many of us out there that do this.
Right. And the fact that we really do make a difference. All of us, you included, we are all out here. We're the ones buying and drinking this stuff. We're the ones that should steer where the industry and market goes.
So how do they vote?
You go out to the Online Whiskey Awards website, Google it. Literally, it'll come up first.
OWSA or something like
Yeah.
that.
I typed in Online Whiskey Awards and boom, Google said number one. I was like, that's it.
That's the one.
I went in, I voted, took less than 5 minutes, but I did abstain from one.
Yep, I did too.
That I didn't feel comfortable. It was the new whiskey awards.
The new distilleries.
New distillery, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
I gotta be honest, I haven't had any of them.
Nope. And I went out and looked at you look at the marketing materials, and there was a couple that I was like, oh, this sounds like a distillery that I want to try, but I haven't tried any of them, so I'm not going to vote.
Exactly.
So
right.
when
That's
does
just me.
voting close?
November,
No,
right?
I
Isn't
don't
it?
know, actually.
No, I want to say it's 2 weeks. And
It's not far off.
It's not.
So,
You got like 2 weeks. I want to
so
say.
if you're
Yeah.
in
I mean, you do
October
have
of
time.
2021, you're watching this, go ahead and vote. OWSA online Scotch or online.
Do it.
OSWA.
Online Scotch
Awards.
whiskey.
When it's all
Malt
said and
Megan's
done,
got
and the awards come out, and they pick the winners, you can at least say you had a say in it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just so go do that. So
Well, and I think it makes our buying power known, right? Like if 100,000 people go out and
Right.
vote for this award, it's going to get recognized by a lot of
Absolutely.
people.
So
you
let me
know?
tell you, today in the mail, I got my Whiskey Advocate magazine, and I'm saying I didn't read the thing yet. I flipped through it, and I'm like, oh wow, 4-page ad, and I'm like, how much did that cost Crown? And I folded
Crown
up,
Royal.
and I'm like, does it make me want to go buy a bottle of Crown Royal?
No.
Not at all. It just
Well,
kills me to see them spend that kind of money.
to me, this is the only whiskey award where average people get to go vote, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Normally
Exactly.
it's
That's a
some
very good
jackass that, I mean, he may have a bunch of initials after his name, but I don't know if he has my palate,
Right.
right? Like
Right.
this is the only time
throws
where we
whiskey
get
over
to
his
go
shoulder
out
and then
do that, right?
30
And I think that's a really cool thing, man. It's like
Right.
crowdsourcing what we love.
that's
So-
the benefit of it.
Go do it. Don't skip out. Don't miss your opportunity. Next weekend we are picking it up, man.
We're moving.
We're moving the show. We're going down to deep in the
Austin,
heart
Texas.
of
Austin,
Texas.
Texas.
Isn't that how that goes?
We're going to see a bunch of people down there.
There's
It's
gonna be a
lot
bunch of
fun.
fans.
So if you don't know, there's a little thing called the
Bastards
Bastards Ball,
Ball.
I guess, right? A little bitty thing. I think it's a shindig. A couple people show up. We're going to be there. Lots of people are going to be
Well,
there.
3.
Yeah. 3. He's not going. He's cooking. So
Well, I've got a
a
cross country
shindig.
thing.
Oh
He's got a thing going
yeah,
on.
senior in cross country,
Oh.
killing it.
Can't
Love
miss
that
man.
kid.
Can't
I
miss
hope
him.
he
That's
freaking
more
makes it.
important.
Absolutely, way more important.
Anyway, we are the three of the 4 of us will be down in Texas, and we're gonna be there for the Bastards Ball. We're gonna have fun. We're coming to hang out, guys. We really are. We're not bringing.
We may
up-
do a live show from a phone or somebody else's, but we're coming to hang out with you if you're there.
It
So.
really is more of a hangout. We're not coming to set a big table up type thing and do some big.
Earn a lot of money, sell a bunch of merch.
It's
whatever.
hopefully to see you guys. So for all of you that are going to Texas, can't wait to just literally hang out, share some drams, have some meals, have some laughs, maybe a stogie or two. Zach Andrews will be there.
Who
He's
should I bring my pipe?
We should do that again. We should do that again in like November.
What?
Oh, November.
Fast
What's in
forward, what are we
November?
doing in November?
Well, I think there's a
Same
6-year
thing.
anniversary.
I'm cooking dinner.
You'll be there for that
So
one.
it
You'll be
was
there for
funny
that one.
on Facebook today. I got an alert that, hey, remember 6 years ago, is when I posted our first link to Scotch for Dummies.
Really?
Yeah. So it was like October 7th of 2015. I said, I don't know if we're ready, but we're going to
Yeah,
post our link to our first videos.
And it was
we're
amazing.
like officially 6 years plus now.
Yeah.
Like it's past the hump.
Well, yeah, because we recorded a bunch of videos
August.
before we actually
Right.
posted them.
went crazy with
So
it.
6 years ago today, I posted our first link on Facebook saying, hey, go watch Scotch for Dummies. We're having fun with this.
We're still having fun with it.
That's crazy,
So,
man.
Obviously.
We have the hotel block. The information is out there on our website. You can go out to scotchfordummies.com. You can hit the RSVP button. All that does is let us know that you're coming.
We are.
You haven't technically purchased a ticket yet. We will have a dinner on Friday night at this man's restaurant, the Chop House. It's going to be awesome. There's going to be some killer scotch served, awesome food served. He's got a great menu. We actually have transportation that we
It's available,
got lined up available between
From the hotel and back.
to the restaurant and back. So that's covered. Come Saturday, noonish, we're going to get a little earlier start so everybody can have breakfast and get up. Maybe we go downtown Indianapolis with everybody. But noon, we have catered lunch from his other restaurant, which I'm looking forward to because I
That's
love it.
great.
And
Chili
then
alone.
we're going to kick off a all day, all night type thing. We're going to have a very long live show going. You may be a guest on the live show. Who knows? We've got lots of different things we're going to do. We've got 2 different whiskey workshops being given by Ben Dietrich from SMWS and Dan Kroll from Glen Moe.
So not dummies.
No, not dummies.
No.
These people know what they're doing.
You're right.
Very, very.
So tickets for Saturday include the meal and the access to those
Workshops.
Workshops.
And you're going to want to go to those.
You can show up
They're
and
awesome.
hang out, but you don't get access to the workshops.
Right. If you don't want to go to those workshops, show up and in the lobby of the hotel from noon till whenever we shut the lights off, there will be a sharing of scotch that everybody
So many
brings.
bottles. So many
I know
bottles.
I'm getting into the bunker. I know these guys are looking at what they want to bring. Scotch for Dummies is
We're looking at your bunker,
is
too.
I'm going to
purchasing
CVS to get
bottles,
the best handle of whiskey you can find.
and we can all beat him with it.
If you need help opening bottles that you aren't sure if you want to open, Andrew's your guy.
I'll do it.
Andrew is your guy.
There'll be a
Oh,
ton
wow.
of
You got a
whiskeys.
fancy bottle that nobody's ever opened here. Let me open it.
I guarantee there'll be whiskeys shared there that you've never had,
Yes.
never had an
Yeah,
opportunity to
guaranteed.
have. So we're actually encouraging people to bring little sample bottles from, buy them on Amazon because who knows, by the end of the night, you might see that one bottle like, God, I'd really like to taste this, but I can't taste anything right now.
I can't taste it. Pour it in a bottle, take it home.
So we do have a hotel block for the hotel if you want to get
all
involved
on
and
our
make sure
website.
it's all on our
It's in
website.
Indianapolis, yeah.
Although we will
Which
be
is
doing a
amazing right now.
major social media blast here in the next week with, all the information, a flyer on email, our website, Discord, Patreon.
I do want to call out Krista
Twitter.
has done an amazing job on our website.
She
She's getting involved in a
It's
ton of
professional.
stuff. She's doing our YouTube thumbnails. I want to say thank you, Krista, for all your work.
Yes,
I appreciate
thank
it.
you to her.
And it looks
and
amazing.
if you're still watching right now, all 69 of you, every one of you right now, hit that like button because that's like the most important thing for us on YouTube to
Is it
get us
really?
hungry. It is more than
It
anything else.
changes.
So, guys,
Anyway.
fun night.
Lagavulin, wow. For those of you we're going to see next week, can't wait. And
Yeah,
for those
it's
who
gonna
we're
be
going
fun.
to see in November, can't wait for that either.
Yep.
Guys,
Pick a
excited.
bottle. Pick a bottle. What you got?
I'm
I'm
gonna.
going with the
I'll
12.
pick the gold. Green's empty.
Oh, they're all empty.
Oh, let's put some later.
They're all empty.
Now we're going
Of
to
course
hit
they
yours
are.
stock.
That's fine.
Right.
We'll see you next time, guys. Cheers.
Thanks, guys.
3, 2, 1. Three, two, one.